third attempt. It's just after 6 o'clock or so. Yeah, I'd been recording since about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and none of it worked out. I marched my way up along the river, the usual spots, and I only caught 15 minutes ago when I caught a fish that none of the other footage had worked. As you can see, I'm on a little narrow bank here. This is where I caught him. The usual spots didn't show anything, and I just threw one in here just to see what would happen, and bang, within 30 seconds I had a fish on him. So here we are, nice 2-pound rainbow. I've been sitting around for most of the day, well, not most of the day, say from 4 o'clock down there under the trees and that, and not even a bite, well, one bite, that was it. There was a few fish down there, but it's evening time, they're obviously coming out to play. I had made loads of footage, just coming up from when I got off the Lewis and that. Things are a bit quiet here now, and when all these golfers disappear, I'll probably head back down towards the little waterfall and that, and yeah, we'll see what happens then. It's a pity how all the footage pulled out earlier, like an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and a half, 40 minutes or whatever of footage along the river. All the birds are starting to disappear now. They've been singing like mad. Yeah, like I was saying, it's just by chance I checked. I went into the folder to have a look at the picture I'd taken of the fish, and it didn't work. So I've had nothing but trouble with these SD cards, and I bought them off AliExpress or somewhere like that, Wish, and they're fucking crap. They are crap. I'm always losing footage with them. Doesn't matter which way I format the card or what. But anyway, that was a nice fish that I got. So it's actually my first rainbow fish for this river. I've never caught one on this river before. At my catch now, after this, we'll just throw it back. I won't keep. Let's see what happens next. Worm on it anyway. Yeah, that's just so annoying. Lucky I checked, otherwise I would have just kept rolling and recording, and all the videos and photos I took we coming up fucking error. Then I would have been crying tonight gutting the fish. Crying. Rubbing in all that little slime. something out there, might want it. It's actually tricky trying to cast in between these two branches. Tricky. That was close. I nearly got it in a branch. That was close. I hope those ivy leaves weren't blocking me that time. Yeah, worms aren't lasting that long out there. In one of the videos earlier, I was saying, I haven't been out fishing in over a month, and yeah, I still had a tub of worms left over from that day that I'm actually using now today. Like, there is a bit of life in them, but yeah, they're not as good as the new box I brought earlier. Right, hopefully it goes this time. Fish some ducks up here though. So yeah, I hope this one's actually working now. Crow. Earlier on in the other video I made, you could actually see the bottom of this. Just where those trees come out there. So I'm cast in. Doesn't seem to be anything moving up there. I seen a fish jumping in here earlier on. Oh, there was a little one up there. Yeah. And there's nothing on them. Yeah, earlier on, like, you didn't even get to see me have me dinner or anything now. gourmet sambos. They've all been deleted. Yeah, footage from the waterfall and that. A few little bits from floating around. I don't even know if it's actually in the view, am I? Maybe. No more chocolate after this. Some of the other golfers there, they were looking over at me as they were recording. They couldn't see the camera because I had it ducked in behind the bag out of the wind, and they thought I was just talking to myself. Some amount of golfers out today. It's like the third or fourth group, 15 to 20 of them. I don't think I'm going to catch that in here now, because that fish was like a mental torpedo going around. For about 3-4 minutes. About 5 minutes. Trying to tire him out. Jumping out of the water. At one stage I thought I was going to jump into the bushes. I think I'll actually move down the river now. I don't even bother waiting around. Start heading for home. Go home and get me dinner. Yeah, I forgot to take out now the freezer as well. I had mentioned that in the other footage an hour ago. So yeah, that's my dinner in the bag. Dinner and my breakfast. Now I can have a passage house somewhere. Don't know where. All the lads out there swinging sticks. Earlier today you could actually see the bottom of the river. The sun. It was a lovely day. A lovely day. Something will come along soon, but I'm just going to move down to the other place. Yeah, start heading for home, as I said. I'm going to let this run for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to stop it and check what's the battery like on it. That's what I'm dealing with. I don't think this is going to end well. Snap it and tie it together. After all that. No, this is going to cause me problems. It's not where I wanted to go, but gone into the water anyway. All the golfers have fucked off. The amount of balls they leave lying around here. Alright, I'm gonna leave it go now and check my battery and stuff. So just a little update. My phone was nearly dying and I turned it off to charge it up a bit. And I had 2 more little fish and 1 big one. They all went back to swim away. The river's picking up now. I don't know if that's the wind blowing my line there, but yeah, there might be another one there. Oh my god, is it? Could be. Yeah, so it's been a bit fucking busy. What else? One of the fish actually just flopped off just as I was getting closer. Yeah, I have a bit of a charge on the phone now, so I don't know why I'm holding it that way. I shouldn't be, but yeah, I think that was just the wind doing my line. But in saying that, I think in the last video, as I was undoing the little bird's nest in the line, I think the fish actually took my line, and I won't know till I look back in the video to see if there was a tug on the rod. But anyway, yeah, I turned my phone off and I picked up my rod, not even realising there was anything on it, and boom, there was another fish similar size to the one I caught earlier. And yeah, it took me a few minutes to get him in. I actually have, as I was taking him to worm out of his mouth, where's it gone? I actually got a bit of the inside of his mouth attached to the hook. There was a lot of blood, but he seemed okay, or she seemed okay swimming off. She seemed okay. Yeah, it was a bit of a sloppy one altogether. Like, that's where I took the hook out, and then I flopped over to here. Done a couple of little flops on the ground before I could get it into the water. Had it down here. I was just holding it by the tail for a few minutes, and off it went over there. Yeah, so that's that really. I hope that other video came out again as well. There was a few little fish popping up along here. I'm going to put this down here now and see, just in case there is one on it. Just in case there might be. I'm actually kind of glad there's not. There was a little bang on the rod just there. Just as I went into the water. Interesting. Just up here there was another little flop of a fish. So yeah, the river's picking up now. Same as last time, you know, getting into the evening. Couldn't believe it. I was like, one little fish. It's like, okay, grand. And just as I was getting the little rod out, I was like, oh, there's another fish on it. Lovely. And just as I was pulling it in, it flopped off. I'm not even sure what bird that is. I know it's in the last video, I can tell by its little chirp. But yeah, so got that with a rod in, and then as I put the big one back in, within a few minutes there was a big tug on it. So I'll probably hang around for another hour, and then that's it. I'm done. Going home. It's a lovely evening all the same. I'm actually going to go down and put this in front of the waterfall, because I tried to record it earlier and it didn't work out. I'm going to leave those rods just sitting there. I'm going to go down and record that waterfall now. Well, there's still a bit of light out. Earlier on, actually, when I tried to record it, I think it was 24 minutes into recording. Yeah, it was 24 minutes, and I went down to get the camera where I'm going to leave it now, and it had fallen over. The wind had knocked it over. But yeah, so I lost 24 minutes of this waterfall that I recorded earlier. There's not much life left in them at all. Oh, sure, I'll give them another splash. Yeah, I'll check this out now. I was just thinking there a second ago, this is going to be the last fishing trip now before I go to France. Only one Sundays. I used up all my old ones. So yeah, the last trip before France. Hopefully I manage to catch one fish on camera here tonight. I know there's another bigger fish over there, because I seen him jumping earlier. Ew, lovely. I'll just leave the two worms on it, I think. Only little lads. I was going to go for a little walk there, but I won't. say it's about 8:30, 20 to 9. The worms are 350. You get roughly 30 in the tub. Have a few for the next day. Fish up there flopping around. Nice evening altogether. I wish you could stay longer. Glad I brought my head torch, I probably would have. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if when I was doing the knotted up fishing line earlier and the other fish taking the rod, it'll be interesting to see if I manage to catch that on video. But if not, fuck it. Haven't heard a little birdie in so long. See where I'm going now. But yeah, it's like a nice day out. Just a pity about all them other recordings. When I get back from France, I'll be doing a bit of camping and some sea fishing. So I am. I'm gonna make a move soon. Had enough for today. Had enough. 10 more minutes. Home, have a shower, get me dinner. It's starting to get cold. Take me about an hour and a half to go home. Can't see a thing there. It's pitch black. Surprised the bats aren't even swooping in on me. Slight echo there. The alcoves or something in the building. No sign of it. No sign of it. Easily amused, Robert. Easily amused. Golf ball. Ugh, that light's annoying. Even though that's a luminous, it's just so hard to see in the dark. I'm gonna get myself some bells when I get back, and I'm gonna get myself some floats, because if I had to have a float today, I actually would have caught more fish. We would have just been able to drift down the river, you know. It would have been better. Like I said, it was an hour and 40 minutes of recordings I missed. Well, I didn't save, and yeah, it was a bit annoying, you know. You didn't get to see me have my tea. The waterfall in the daylight. The walk up here was lovely. All the willow down there, they're all overhanging the pathway down into the river. Some of the fish under the big bridge you could actually see. I'm nearly sure the camera earlier did pick it up, but I don't know why it didn't save. Didn't even save to the phone. Didn't even do a blank picture, a black video. It's annoying. I don't even know what make the memory card is that I have, but it's a shit one anyway. Get one of them Toshiba ones or something. I think a Chinese fucking SD card would work with a Chinese phone, wouldn't you? Always losing footage every time I come out. Same as the last day out here fishing. Lost about 2 hours of footage. I'd love to be going to that restaurant now. Pint of Guinness and a roast beef sandwich. That would be nice. So yeah, I'm actually going to leave it there. I'm going to start wrapping up. I've got my knife and my pliers. Probably buried in the bag. Yep. There they are. So yeah, boys and girls, I think it's time to call it a night. I haven't even timed the train or anything home. I'm just going to go into town and see what happens. I'm not even that tired. I'd love to stay longer, but there's nothing on either of them. Get the little one in first. Mad how the bats have disappeared. Just gonna hope to buzz off them. We're going. It'll be one for you to watch. Let's see if I can get this one in without getting distracted by a fish or a mermaid. pliers. My pliers. There's ground. Bit of rubbish to get rid of. So yeah, that's that for the walk over here. I'm not going to bother yapping on. So till next time, bye bye.